Hello, everyone. Welcome to Title here. I'm Zaravon.
And I'm Tavee.
Uh, I don't have my normal co-host with us today because it is currently 12:31 p.m. and they have work tomorrow. So it's just gonna be us two for now. We have our wonderful guest who's been here once before,
Yes, sir.
and let's just get into it. So today's topic is racist races, which basically is how people of color and not only people of color, but like people in like minorities are oftentimes also very racist to other races. Like you would be like, as someone who faces discrimination and is like constantly like judged based off of literally nothing, why would you go around still judging other people? Like, how does that make any sense?
Exactly. It's like very hypocritical because whereas we advocate to for people not to be racist towards us, we are literally being racist back, but it's like not as prominent in the media.
hmm I think like okay. Do you want to start off by saying one of your experiences?
Like me experiencing racism or like the other way around.
Experience the other way around.
The
Not
other way
like
around.
you being racist, but like
Yeah,
when you
not like
notice that
yeah,
like
no, not me.
somebody, yeah.
Not racist here.
Girl.
Okay, so for me, I'm like in a Middle Eastern family, and one thing people don't like necessarily realize is that Middle Easterns also tend to be very, very racist. It's just not, you know, we're not very upfront about it. So
Yeah.
typically, this is how the interaction goes. Instead of being upfront about it, like sometimes Americans do, well, they'll just straight up call you a slur in your face right in that moment. Middle Easterns tend to like look at you and like judge you, but like not in a place where you can see it.
Oh
So
yeah. The silent judging of it all.
yes,
They'll
this
like glare you down.
you can either get the glare, or there's another circumstance where if they have someone with them, they'll turn around and start speaking in their native language, and they'll start talking shit about you and um like directing you in unethical manners. Like instead of saying, "Oh, that guy over there," they'll address you in very rude, very racist terms
Hmm.
and like judge you just severely and harshly. Either that, or like a third outcome is just that they'll go home and talk about it. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, they'll go home
I
and talk
feel
about
like
you.
it's not only about like races, it's also just about like your look.
Hmm.
Like I don't dress like stereotypically how a normal Middle Eastern man would. Like I have longer hair and then like I'm telling you, I would like God forbid I run into anyone who my family knows who I'm not like immediately close with. I can tell these people are judging me. Middle Easterns
Hmm.
are some of the judgiest people you will ever meet in your entire life, and I'm telling you that. Like, okay, I was in middle school, right? And
Right.
then we me and my dad, he was taking me home, and then I saw this person who was like they had a mohawk and they were wearing like black and pink, like very goth, you know? So my dad literally from the card is just like, my God, look at that. Like, why does he look like that? Like, why would he do that to his hair? Like, it's so ugly. And I'm like, because he wants to. Like, why does it matter? And I feel like we as kids constantly having to like literally like having to parent our parents about being like, hey, people look different and like want to wear different things. Like, why is that such a big deal? It's
All the
very,
time.
it's, no, because it's always like the like normalest things. Like, I feel like my mother or father could literally see someone with like one of those glucose monitors and be like, "What is that? Why is that like that?" I'm like, "Girl,"
Mm.
because I feel like in the Middle East, like they're so stuck in their ways that like in the Middle East, they are so close-minded that like they don't even give these people a chance. Not
Yeah.
these people, girl. They don't give other people like a chance to like even be like, "Hey, this is why I have this, or this is why I do this," you know?
The only like quote unquote excuse I can see is like 9/11. Like obviously a lot of people became more racist towards Middle Easterns when
Mm.
9/11 and after 9/11 happened. I remember my uncle like told me like he was a taxi driver, as most Middle Eastern men were back in the day,
Oh,
and even today still. Um, but yeah, his taxi obviously had like a Middle Eastern name on it, and he looking like the full Middle Eastern uncle just driving the cab. Um, like one time, this person like pulled up to him and kept saying, "You fucking terrorist! You're the cause of 9/11. Fuck you and your people!" Like all this racist shit towards my uncle. And then my uncle was just like, "Well, I'm gonna be racist back."
uh,
So, which
I
like,
guess that could kind of play a part in it where they're like, well,
yeah.
this is just how everyone is. Everyone's racist towards each other. Girl, let me tell you, as we are both two Kurdish people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a Kurdish flag in my room. It's behind my door. And one
Right.
night I was bored out of my absolute mind. And I was like, you know what? Let me go on Omegle. Tell me why there's this man. He shows up, pops up for literally a second, and is like, yo, is that a Kurdish flag behind you? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, let me tell you right now, you're never going to be a country. You're just a part of Iraq, this and this and this. And I'm like, and then he said the
Oh,
N word. So I was like, I'm
oh,
not going to listen to anything you say, first and foremost.
what the hell?
So, girl, literally, I was sitting here. I was like, I'm just trying to vibe. Like, why do you need to? Why are you like that? Also, girl, that whole thing of Middle Eastern people and even other people of color saying the N word is a whole nother thing.
That is a whole different thing. Oh my god. When he like the students I tutor, like he's Chaldean, he's always saying the N word, and
Girl,
he's
the
not going to face any
Chaldeans. I'm telling you,
repercussions because there's no like other black people in his class. And like, is
girl,
it our place to say you're not supposed to say that? Like, yeah, but are they going to listen? No, because what are we going to do?
they're just gonna be like, "Girl, shut up."
Mm-hmm.
Girl, it's so crazy. Just like how unaccepting people of color are. I feel like you kind of see this a lot in like it's mostly portrayed in like black families, how
Mm-hmm.
they're because like black people are oftentimes like very Christian or like are oftentimes really portrayed. Like even if there's a family and a black family in a TV show or cartoon, there's always gonna be like the one religious mom or grandma who's like constantly
Yes.
praying. So you have those who like face any type of like outsider who's like gay or whatever, what have you, and they're like, oh my god, Lord, like no. So
Mm-hmm.
like that's I kind of feel like that's how it is for people of color, you know?
Yeah.
Cuz like our identity is so much like so intertwined with like our religious views that like you show them one thing and then they're just like ew. Like I'm telling you, my family, these people are out here. They are always like these full as like ugh, like Christians cuz like they're Middle Eastern but the religion's different, so they're like ew.
Yeah. My family's towards like has that same attitude towards like Chaldeans and stuff like that
Yeah.
because like Chaldeans and Kurds like we have close connections, but sometimes they'll say like, oh, Chaldeans try to act like they're not us as well, like they didn't grow up
Girl,
in the same place as we did.
it's a lot. It's honestly, it's very weird because like, are we not like? I think the like sometimes I'll be sitting in bed and I'll be like, why are people like that? Like genuinely,
Yeah.
like I know this sounds like very like, oh my god, I'm a liberal, like I'm like a hippie, but like we are, like, we're just people sitting on a rock. Why do you need to make everything such a big deal,
White people. That's why.
girl? Girl, that's what I'm saying.
It's
Do
all
you
because of
think?
colonialism and all that shit.
Do
You
you
know,
think that that has a role in how other people of color interact with each other, though?
absolutely. Because like, okay, I kind of learned this in my AFRAS class, which is African American Studies.
Girls like
Um,
college.
so basically, because of the effects of colonialism, so you know, white people went to Spain, went to the Philippines, went everywhere, right? Um,
Gotta love white
Specifically
people.
in Africa, they colonized all of Africa to the point where like they couldn't even to the point where people in Africa, um, like so Africa was split into a bunch of different countries, and like those tiny countries hated on like other countries, even though they were all at one point the same like people, the same like tribe and stuff like that. But because of colonialism, that even broke them apart to become racist towards each other as well, even though they all came from the same part. So colonialism definitely like messed literally everything up. Even in the Middle East, they did the same exact thing in the Middle East where they broke
Girl.
all of it up. That's why Kurdistan still isn't a country, because everything got broken apart, and now we're in the middle of everything. It's literally all
Yeah,
because of colonialism.
girl, I love white people.
Mm.
Like they ate that all for what? Spices, bitch.
They couldn't even use it right.
Girl, that's what I'm saying. Girl, have you seen the girl? She was on the lady on TikTok who cooked her chicken at NyQuil.
Yeah. Oh my
Girl,
god. I have nightmares of it.
girl, I'm telling you, like, I never come to be a gourmet chef, but like, girl, what are you doing?
I've
Like,
watched enough
the
Gordon
fact,
Ramsay to know that you're wrong.
the fact that we are literally in 2020 and there's people out there who are cooking drugs into their chicken.
Yeah, no. I've seen people like, okay, wooden spoons. Like, you know how sometimes they'll like absorb the flavor,
Ew,
quote
girl,
unquote? Literally
nasty.
today, like, and wooden spoons have to come with a protective coating because you
Eh,
have everything soaked in the wood, then that's not healthy, right? So I literally saw people boiled
I think
all
I
of their
saw this
wooden
too.
spoons and the
Yeah,
protective coating came off.
girl, I saw one. She dipped all her wooden spoons. This was a duet of an original video where she's like,
Yeah, that's the
"This is
one I
how I
saw.
clean my wooden spoons." Yeah, this stuff was literally
It was
brown,
murky, murky. You couldn't see the
nasty,
bottom.
girl. And honestly, as a family with a lot of wooden spoons, I don't think actually no, we do use them pretty often. I might have to go. Dip your boiling spoons, dip your wooden spoons in boiling water so you don't die. Oh my god, can I tell you another thing about Middle East? This is just like food in Middle Eastern people. My
Mhm.
mom, she makes bread at home, right? Because I guess like they don't want to go out of the house and get it, so we make it at home.
Right.
She was like, Zedevan, go wipe that table down with these Clorox wipes. And I said, girl, you're gonna make bread on there. You're literally gonna kill us. And she was like, those are Clorox? And I was like, girl, yes.
Oh my god.
So like, and like she does so much stuff like that where she's just like, "No, I'll be fine." I'm like, "Mom, you literally almost spilled bleach into our chicken. Like, are you trying to kill us?"
Oh
And she's
my
like,
god. That reminds me, my mom will be like cleaning the stove with like stove products, right? And then like
uh-huh.
she'll let it set and then she'll clean it and then some product will be like left behind. But then she immediately turns on the stove and starts cooking. I'm like, you're burning chemicals. You're gonna gas us all. And she's like, it's
Girl,
fine.
no, the amount of bleach they use, the whole house is smelling like bleach. Your eyes twitching and like fogging up. You're like, girl, what is going on?
It's so real. Oh my god.
I was gonna. Oh my girl, you want to hear some tea real quick? This is for all my girlies, all the
Mm,
manager girlies. So the manager of our house, our oven wouldn't work. Like the stovetop would work like perfectly fine. But my mom was like, I'm gonna make some chicken, but like the stove isn't turning on. So I go there, try to make it turn on. It's not working. The manager comes over of our house.
mm.
This woman rips the door off one of its hinges,
What the fuck?
and she's like, "You guys haven't even had it for 2 years. How do you guys break it?" And okay, so keep in mind the other. This was a while ago, maybe like 3 months ago. My mom's like, they come to check up on the bathrooms, and they were like, my mom was like, "Oh, the oven handle is like a little bit loose. Can you like tighten it? Cause like I don't know. It was just like I guess we use it a lot. We cook a lot. We have a whole village here.
Right.
So tell me why her husband, who like does all of like the cleaning and like the construction work basically of it all, he slams the glass door of the oven, like literally slams it, starts closing like slamming cabinets left and right, and they're from like they're European, so they're speaking some random ass European language I don't even know. And I'm like, how unprofessional, first of all. So and then this last time she was like, oh, like this time right now, she was like, we're gonna get you guys a new oven, but you guys have to pay for it.
What the
You should at least pay half because you literally broke one of the hinges. What do you mean?
the manager special. Oh my god.
Girl, I'm telling you, this woman, no, because she just makes me mad. Let me tell you another story with this woman. We'll get
Go
back to
on.
racism in a minute, but let me rant
Mhm.
about this old ass white lady real quick.
Right, right.
One time, I was literally maybe like 10, 13, and my nephews had a sleepover, right? So we were like, it was early in the morning. My mom was making breakfast. So we were like, oh, we're gonna go like ride on our scooters up and down the street, like our little like we go in toward the road, so a road, so we have like a long pathway that we can like ride up and down to because there's two houses behind us.
Hmm.
So we go up there, and then the manager's there. She's like, "Did you guys throw rocks at your neighbor's fireplace?" We were like, "No, why on earth would we do that?" And she goes, "Well, there's rocks right here. There's not a single rock on our side." So we're like, "Oh, it could have been the neighbors. Because they were literally having a party. The neighbors across from us were literally having a party, and their whole entire pavement is like rocks, like small little
Hmm.
rocks." So we're like, "It has to be them. Like, why would we go over the fence, pick up rocks just to throw it at the fireplace? That doesn't make any sense." But she insisted on it was us, and I was like, "Girl, I hate this woman because like it's because I'm brown.
Nah, yeah, she gotta be racist.
Girl, it's because you think I did 9/11." And my parents are so nice to her too. They're like, "Come in, like we'll make you some tea. Like come have breakfast with us." I'm like, I don't like this woman.
Mm.
She's ugly,
Yeah, no, gross.
girl. Don't. Anyway, back to racism.
Yeah. uh, should we talk about racism in America?
I would love to talk about racism in America.
Hello? Did you die?
Oh, can you not hear me?
Hello? Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, I was just too far away from the microphone.
Oh, I was saying, should we talk about racism in America?
I would love to talk about racism in America.
Okay.
So for our college, we had to do like I don't know if you had to do this. You probably did. You open up Canvas and it was like take the survey, and it was basically like a government thing where they're like, oh, for whatever fucking reason. And one of the questions was like, do you feel that your race or ethnicity like influences your hireability at work? And I said, bitch, yes,
Mm.
because I feel like oftentimes people are always like, oh, it's a positive, like you're bilingual, like you can get so many jobs and like applications and stuff. But the other side is that like I'm very white because I don't go outside.
Mhm.
But when I was younger, tell me why I used to be literally dark as my table. I'm not even kidding.
No, yeah, I was brown too as like a middle schooler. Oh my god, I was so brown.
Literally,
And then pandemic like made me yellow.
girl, because I don't leave my house, and even if I do, I'm call me a hijabi because I'm wearing sweaters and long sleeves, and I'm just
Mm.
like, no, I am a child of God. I will not be showing my elbows.
Absolutely not. Sister, why are
Oh,
you outside?
can we talk? We need to talk about hijabis because that's a whole nother thing. Oh my god,
Oh my god, do you remember the fight video I showed you?
yeah,
That was messed up. Oh my god.
girl. Speak. Was she talking? Do you want to tell them what
Oh,
you were
for
talking about?
context, okay, so I work at a school, right? And my students, they're freshmen. They love to show me things because I'm their favorite.
They love getting. They love showing you someone getting beat
And
up.
they love, yeah. um, this video, like usually like fights at like high schools and stuff like that, they don't get too serious to the point where like someone gets like heavily injured, right? This
Hmm.
one was different. This one actually felt like very like racially motivated and like a hate crime. So it was between this girl and a hijabi, right? And like the girl was like way taller than the hijabi, and she was just swinging, swinging. I to this day we still don't know what the motivation was, but from what
Racism.
I saw, very much racially motivated. So yeah, she was just swinging, only going for the head, by the way, for the hijabi girl, which was very questionable. So
Very
what she did is she kept
suspicious.
like bashing like into her head and like pulling her by her hijab, which isn't even like if you're gonna fight, like at least throw punches. Don't be like dragging people by their hair. That's why
Girl,
everyone says let
literally.
her hair go, let her hair go, right?
Because
Um,
then it's not even a fair fight at that point. Like
it's not like why are you going for the hair? Also, her thong is showing out the entire time, and everyone's saying, "Oh, her thong's out, her thong's out," but nah, it's messed up. So
the
what she eventually
hijabi.
does to the hijabi girl is drags her and throws her head first into the concrete, and then starts bashing her head again into the concrete, and like pulling her head and like bashing her head onto the concrete. At one point her hijab comes off and like she's knocked out on the ground. She literally knocks out, she's passed out, she's unconscious, and then staffs in and like pulls her away and stuff like that. But no, the girl is literally like unconscious. And like during this fight, like other hijabis tried helping the hijabi girl, like breaking up the fight or whatever, but like obviously they were gonna get hit too, so they had to back away from the fight. But yeah, no, it was so messed up.
Girl. No, because at that point, when someone is repetitively going for the hijab, it's. I hate the word hijab. Hijab. Like
Mm.
the way I. the way you like, I don't know if you do this, but I do it a lot, where you like Americanize the way you say Middle Eastern words.
And sometimes I have to.
I say
Otherwise, people don't understand what I'm
I
saying.
Americanize my own name. It's very ugly. They go, "What's your name?" I go, "Zaravon." Who the fuck is Zaravon?
Yeah. Some
But
people like my. Sometimes my professors still call me like Tavee.
love
I'm like,
Tavee.
where'd you get that?
A teacher in high school started calling me Arizona
Arizona? What the?
because my initials are ZA. So like, you just reverse it and you get Arizona, bitch.
That is a stretch.
Girl. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, if she's repeatedly going for the hair, like or the head area, why? Like, you could have like punched her stomach. You could have punched her.
Literally done anything
I
else,
was like
and there
almost
was
gonna say
very
you could
much
have
a
punched
height
her coochie.
difference.
You could have literally done anything else, but like, girl, no, cause like I feel like especially for hijabis, cause they like, I'm not going. I don't literally have something on my forehead that says I'm a Muslim, but for
Hmm.
them, it's like just a reminder. Wearing a hijab is a choice, and that's
Yes,
completely up to the
wearing a
person who
hijab
wears
is a
it.
choice. We are not forced to wear them
So
unless
literally,
you're in an abusive household, but you're not. It's a
unless
choice.
or you're like at a mosque
Yes.
or yeah, or praying, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
So
that's different.
if you see a woman who's wearing a hijab, know that she's doing it by her own free will or her dad's ugly. But like no one's
Hmm.
forcing her. Well, yeah, no
Well,
one, no girl,
most
no one's
in
forcing her.
99% of the time, it is by choice. The 1% of the time, maybe, you know? Like, you're not
Yeah,
gonna
like
know for sure, like, every hijabi you see, like, oh, she's being
girl,
forced to wear that. No.
yeah. So don't walk up to people and be like, "Oh my god, is your husband forcing you to do that? Is your was like, are you why?" Like, why are you doing that? Like, it's okay. You can take it off. Like, girl, no, fuck
No,
off. It's their choice.
shut
And
the
like,
fuck up. Oh my god.
literally, like the white people savior complex is
Oh,
something else.
ugh,
Ha-
ugh.
I love this trend of TikToks where it's like POV, the Muslim girl of any white TV show. Like two
And then
episodes
she's
in,
just like, "Oh, I
her job
love
is
you. I'll take
off.
off my hijab for you."
Girl,
Shut the f.
literally like, oh my god, I'm in
Oh,
love with a white man. Let me take off. Oh my god, look at my root. Look at my wig.
oh my god, look at my baby
Girl,
hairs.
it's so ugly. It's so bad.
I can't stand those shows. They're so
Okay,
inaccurate.
we need to give a quick shout out to hijabi cosplayers.
Yeah. Oh my
Them
god.
bitches, oh my god, they be eating them up.
Oh, they eat. And you know what I hate? Some people in their comments are like, "You're not wearing the hijab right." Shut the fuck up.
Girl, how is there a right way to wear a hijab?
Do I see her
You could
hairs?
literally,
No.
you could have a sock on your head, and I would still be like, she ate.
Some of them be like, "Oh, you're wearing a hijab as hair. That defeats the whole purpose." What do
Girl,
you mean?
oh, speaking of like, not only Muslim people wear like quote unquote hijabs or
Yeah.
headscarves.
What about nuns?
What about Miriam, that one
Yeah.
Orthodox Jew? I love Miriam. She wears a wig too sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you. So I saw a TikTok once that was like a Muslim woman, and she was like, "I'm wearing a wig to cover up my natural hair, kind of like a hijab." What do you think?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, honestly, you do you, because my sisters like they were never forced to wear a hijab. They don't
Hmm.
anyway, unless they're like it's like a special event or they're going to like the
Mosque or something.
mosque or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like they never really care. Actually, I think there was one time. I mean, they do when they pray, but like you know,
That's different. That's like a prayer thing you're
yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to do.
So they never wear them. Like, um, that's
I
just
don't
me.
know.
I feel
I
like
mean, like,
personally, I think religion is very. It oftentimes it's shown as black and white, but I feel like it isn't,
yeah.
and it
Like,
shouldn't be viewed that way. Like,
religion is very
I
much depending on how extreme you want to take it. Like, if you want to follow it rule by rule, go ahead. If you want to be a follower, but not be like too extreme to the point where like you're doing everything rule by rule,
have you
like
seen
that's
that
totally
one
fine.
guy? Have you seen that one guy on TikTok who's like POV that one Muslim friend, and he's like, "Oh, like nah, Allah knows my intention, bro," and like he's just like not doing half the shit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Yeah.
like I kind of agree to that with that to an extent, which is like I feel it's more the intention behind what you're doing and not actually how you're doing it.
Yeah. There's also
Because
like
actions
legit.
can be fucked up and like construed in every different way, you know.
Yeah, for sure. There's
So I
also
feel
like this
like as
running
long
joke
as
where
you
like,
have like,
oh, Muslim guys will do everything but eat pork.
girl, no, because literally, no, girl, because literally, it's
It's a little too true, huh?
me when I'm a Muslim guy and I decide to go to the club every other day, do lines of drugs and cocaine, and then come home. Girl, a Muslim man, there's something about them like, why are you like that? Why do you look like that?
No, like I don't know. There's something about them. It's just it gives me the ick.
Girl, no, because literally, like, they're so gross.
Like I just want a fine ass Muslim guy. You know, that's all I ask for God. But no,
Girl,
they're all the same.
they're all ugly.
No, literally. Oh my God, they're so ugly. Like I'm trying to be nice about this too, but like, damn, they
You
all act
walk up to
the same.
your mom's like, Tavi, when are you getting married? You're like,
You know, like,
have you seen these people? No, wait, let me tell you. I remember. Oh yeah, so my parents, they're always like, why don't you go hang out with your nieces and nephews' friends? Or like, why do you always hang out with girls? Like, why you never have any guy friends? I'm like, cause they're all fucking smoking and like literally getting bitches pregnant, and I just want to vibe. I want to watch a
yeah.
movie and like
Oh my
not
God, there's
have
this like standard of like, oh yeah, like look at that kid. Why don't you go hang out with him? And then he's literally smoking, and he has like a baby mama who's not even like Middle Eastern. And then
girl,
after all of that happens, after they have a kid and run away and shit like that, they all talk shit about him. They're like, oh, never
girl.
hang out with people like that.
You're like, girl, I
What
wasn't
is
gonna
the
hang out with him
standard?
anyway.
Ugh.
Girl, it's a there. It's crazy. It's literally bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we should probably get back to the topic. We've gone so far
Oh,
off.
yeah.
We're okay. Um,
We're gonna
yeah,
talk about racism in America.
yeah, okay. Love racism in America. Love racism.
Where do we start? 9/11.
Um, yeah, I guess we could. I feel because we weren't alive during 9/11,
We weren't
but
as affected.
we weren't. But I feel like to some extent, that's always gonna be a girl. There's probably some old white guy. If he ever listens to this, he's gonna be like, "These kids, these two
I
right
think
here."
he generally have like a stroke.
The fact that we are two Middle Eastern people who are just
Voicing
like,
our opinion, God forbid.
oh my god, people of color voicing their opinion in America.
What do you mean anyone can make their own podcast?
What do you mean freedom of speech? That only applies to white people. These immigrants, bitch. I was
Mm-mm.
born here.
Yeah.
USA.
USA, USA. Fuck the British. I don't know.
I
I
hate
hate this
America.
country. I hate this
Me
country with all
too.
my heart. But the moment those motherfucking British big tooth ass people start talking shit, oh, I'm patriotic. I am the American eagle. Oh my god.
Okay. After this, I want to talk about like Middle Eastern. This is just a whole Middle Eastern, but I can tell this is going to be a good ass episode. I
Mm,
want to talk about POC representation in like media and games. But let's talk about back to the previous topic. Um America. I feel like everyone's like, "Oh, America's like a cultural mixing pot. Like everyone's foods and cultures and identities mixing blah 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 blah." Bitch, people who say that are white people.
uh-huh.
Coming from a girl, my family say some racist ass shit, and I'm telling you, right now, I try not to have a stroke every time they speak.
Usually
Cause
when my
as a
family's
liberal, I think everyone should die. Abortions for every single person, even if the baby's already born, kill it. Like my sister asked me once, she was like, "What do you think about like all these trans peoples and stuff?" And I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, why do you care?
Why do
No,
you
because
care?
at one point they go like they're so against it that they make it their entire personality.
I'm just like, you bring this up every day. Like, we really
No,
don't care.
because literally, like, I was like, you really think a trans person is gonna be like, oh my god, a random person doesn't like me. I have to stop my entire life, rethink my entire identity, and like go to church and conversion. Like, no, they don't care about you.
Hmm.
Okay, it's supposed to be about racism. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Um, yeah,
America.
America. The fact that people say it's like a mixing pot, I feel like to some extent is true, but the way that like people of color are oftentimes so victimized for literally nothing is crazy.
Oh, for sure. And like, okay,
Like,
statistically about the mixing pot thing, like actually, like I think in 20 years or something like that, the like white ratio to person of color is gonna be like what, 50-50?
go good.
Because the white like the older white generation, which takes up like a good portion, is like going to die out.
Why are they? Why do we let old ass people still make laws? You're gonna be dead in 2 years.
Because we don't have any like um term limits
Mm,
on the important shit.
girl, can I say this will never not be funny to me? The fact that there was like 3 white people at our high school.
You know what? They are expanding though.
Girl, they're spreading. They're learning.
No, it's the funny fact that we knew every single white person and we were all connected with each other.
See, no, because we were the real cultural mixing pot. Was our friend group.
Our friend group, oh, it had everyone. It had white people, it had Mexicans, it had Middle Easterns, it had black people. It was the whole shebang, everything.
We had everyone. We had every.
I think the
Your
only
mom was a part of our friend group.
I think the only person we were like race ethnicity group we were missing was Asian. But we kind
No,
of
because
count
we
as
had.
Asian.
Huh?
We are like Asian,
Yeah,
but
that's a
like
whole nother. Are we?
in different
What
parts of
are
Asia,
we?
you know?
South Asia?
Is it
Middle
South
Eastern
Asia?
Asia?
Hold on. Because if we're in Middle.
No, because we had Lord and we had fuck, what's his name?
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
god, I forgot his name. Jaden. There you go. That's his
Oh,
name.
yeah, Jaden. Never mind.
Girl, me when I forget
Everyone's there.
people. We have everyone.
Yeah.
We had all the girlies with mental illnesses too. So like, we got every single base covered.
And sexualities. Oh my god.
Girl, we got everyone.
The way me and Paulina were the only two straight dudes. Well, and Jaden.
Not straight dudes.
I didn't mean it like that, but you know.
Oh my god, that's
With how big
honestly
that friend
fine.
group was and the fact that we're only three straight people, that gotta tell you about diversity.
Girl, normally it's like the other way around, or like you would have a whole queer friend group and like one straight person or one gay. No, I feel like there was never only one gay person. That shit spreads. I'm telling you, it's contagious. Girl. Anyway,
Anyways,
um,
back to
y-
racism.
did you figure out what kind of Asian we are? Are we South Asian? What are we?
What are Middle Easterns? The Middle East is a geopolitical region commonly encompassing Arabia, Asia Minor, East Thrace, Egypt, Iran, the Levant, Mesopotamia, and the so what? Okay, but what are we?
Girl, you should
The
be
Middle
like,
East and North Africa include diverse geographical features. Okay, huh?
are we? Let me just Google. Are Middle Eastern people South Asian?
The Middle East, the lands that surround the southern and eastern shores of the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, thanks. Okay, Middle East Wikipedia.
Girl, Middle
uh,
Easterns. Are Middle Easterns Arab? Oh, are
thanks.
Middle Easterns West Asians? Is West
Northeast,
Asia?
Southwest. I think we are West Asian.
Hmm. Uh, is the Middle East in Asia? Middle East is a transcontinental
Is the
region
Middle East?
centered on Western Asia, Turkey, both sides of Europe, and both sides Asia and Europe and Egypt, which are mostly in North Africa. Saudi Arabia is geographically the largest Middle Eastern. Yes, so West Asian.
Okay, wait. The southern
Girl,
western part of Asia is called by many names. Yeah, we're southern west.
so are we Southern?
Like we're west and southern west.
We're Southwest. Southwest Asians.
Okay,
Ooh,
hold on. Can I just see the map? Let me go on Google.
girl, this is because I remember the seven ones. Like I had a form, and then it was like, "What race or ethnicity are you?" And I was like, obviously Middle Eastern wasn't on there because they're ugly. So I was like, I don't fucking know. So I just put
Okay,
Asian.
yeah, because okay, if we were South Asian, we'd be in like India, but
That's
we're
what
on
I
the
think.
west side of the South, so we're West Asian.
They were West Asian.
Because
What
if
the
we
fuck?
were West Asian, we'd be in like Greece.
Ew.
Yeah.
Greece is gonna cover me.
Oh my god.
Um. Anyway,
Anyways,
America.
America. Huh.
Um, I think America, like America, greatest country,
Why
world,
are
United
Americans so
States.
nosy?
In what sense?
Like in every sense, but I guess in this sense we can talk about racism.
Oh, yeah. I had this. Well, there was this guy in middle school who was like, look, kind of obsessed with me,
Hmm.
cause like everyone, like, cause I'm such a bad bitch. Anyway, he was like, he was like, he would start out. I don't know if he was trying to convert me or what he was doing, girl. Because later when we went into high school, it turns out that no, he told me he was bi, and then when we got into high school, he was super straight, and then like got into like Christianity super hard, and
What the fuck?
made his bio on Instagram like a
Complete
whole verse,
180.
girl. So and then,
What the fuck?
but I would tell him like I would be fat, like it would be on Amazon, and I would be fasting, and he'd be like, so like why do you guys do that, and like this and this, and I'm like, why are you interrogating me, like bitch, I'm stupid, I don't know.
Why do you care? Is the real question.
Yeah, but like now when people are like, why do you fast, and I was like, oh, it's just to like, I say it's to like put ourselves in the position of those who are less fortunate,
Yeah,
because it
that
is.
is what fasting is.
So I'd be like, maybe if you weren't like a fat pig and like got off your ass. No, because I feel like like I say this every Ramadan where I'm like, why don't we like donate some of this food to like homeless people? Why are we sitting here?
Well, yeah,
Cause
like
like,
during Ramadan, like you're supposed to be doing good deeds. Like I know my
girl,
like parents will like donate money just to Kurdistan.
ugh, bitch, you want to hear some tea? This happened a hot minute ago, so I think it's okay to say
Ooh.
it. Hopefully, the Middle Eastern police don't come after me. There was a guy who really liked his cousin, and they were planning on getting married, but she started dating this other guy. So he took the other guy to a cliff and pushed him into the water and killed him, and he got arrested. So
What
my
the
dumb
fuck?
ass of a dad literally was like, "Let's raise money to get this man out of jail," and I was like, "No, what the fuck?" And none of my siblings gave money to him because he killed someone, and now he bought a new house and a new car. So,
Oh my god. What the
girl,
hell?
like they got him out of jail, gave him enough extra money to get a car and buy a house.
What the hell? That's
Girl,
okay. Oh my god. That
anyway,
kind of reminds me of like that girl who used gorilla glue for her hair. That's what that
yeah,
reminds me of.
my
Except this is
hair,
more an extreme case.
it don't move.
My hair,
Um,
it don't move.
girl, you got the sound effects too.
Yep,
Didn't she? I think she did it again.
she did. She tried doing it again and it failed. Everyone's like, "Girl,
Why,
shut the fuck up."
girl? You didn't they like? I don't know.
I remember
I
another
do
girl
not
put it
know.
on her coochie hair.
I saw that. For
Yeah,
what
she was getting
purpose?
dragged.
People are so stupid.
Oh my
I
god,
love TikTok.
it's so
Oh,
silly.
I was like on the radio from our school, right?
Hmm.
And we're like, I guess we're a part of CNN, so we have to like read CNN news stories.
What the
So one of
fuck?
them was about how like one of this guy was like, my 13-year-old is mad at me about my position on my opinion on TikTok, but we need to get off of it right now. Communist China, this and this. I'm like, girl, it's a fucking app full of funny videos. I need you to calm your titties,
No, literally. I'm sorry. No one on TikTok's gonna take you seriously.
bitch. And TikTok, I think people are so worried about like they're gonna sell your data to China.
They already
TikTok
did.
has first, you are not that important. Second of all, um, there's like a separate TikTok for China and for America, and I think people need to realize that. So the information and data they gather is going to completely different places.
Yeah. Like,
Also, they're
yeah,
gonna like, there's so much. Girl, we are we doing a TikTok episode? Have we done one already? I think we have.
I think you I think you guys did. Yeah.
I think we did.
You can
Let me
always
check
do part 2.
the itinerary. Yes, we did. Episode 5. You should go watch it.
Mhm.
That came out on January 13th.
Very, very fun.
Very fine, funky, and fresh. Okay, we should get back to races.
I'm
This
sorry,
is
like,
literally,
I don't know what to
girl,
talk about. Like, there's so many like places like that we can talk about racism. How about we talk about like being racist within your own culture?
like to other Middle Eastern people.
Yeah.
Sure. Um, Honestly, I don't know if I have any stories really.
Okay, how about this? Do you ever hate it when other Middle Easterns don't know how to fucking drive?
Yeah, I hate more when no. I think the big thing about like Middle Eastern people is how they're always like, okay, this is more of a pet peeve than like a thing, but like when middle like I think Kurdish especially is such like a half baked language.
Hmm.
Cause tell me why a fucking vacuum, we don't have a word for vacuum, it's electrical broom.
Oh my god. Okay. To be fair, we did get fucked over a lot.
We really did. But okay, what are you
Mm,
talking about driving?
so like, okay, if you ever, been in alcohol or whatever, um, you can just tell that some drivers, typically Middle Eastern, do not respect the rules of the law or stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
They'll be doing the most craziest shit and like not going either the speed limit or
Literally
just like
speeding
not
in the
paying
school
attention in
zone.
general.
Speeding in the school zone, ran over a child,
Um,
killed,
Going on the
literally
wrong
left
side
a
of the
hole in the
road. I
wall.
don't even know how you did that.
Girl, the car is backwards somehow. Literally, who knows?
Cause like they treat it like they're still back at like home, like their
Girl,
homeland.
the
But we're in
the
America.
homeland.
But like no, literally, they'll treat it because at least in Kurdistan, the rules aren't that strict based on driving.
They're
Hell, they
they're
don't even have
literally
roads.
not.
Let's be real. It's
They
dust.
don't. It's dirt. It's sand.
So that's like when like they still have that thought process because it's so baked into their memory. Obviously, it's gonna be so hard to change.
Mm. Oh, speaking of like Kurdistan versus Kurdistan. Speaking of Kurdistan versus America, you ever call home and they're like, "Oh my god, you guys are like so rich and like you guys are like literally so rich. Like you have a mansion, right? Like you want to give us like everything you own?"
My cousins literally asked for a military watch.
Ew. No, because
Yeah,
their idea of America is so like idealized. Like, cause sure, America equal opportunity, but like America fucking sucks.
it does.
And
It does, guys.
it like, Tony,
It
don't
sucks,
come
but
over
I'm not
here.
going back.
I'm moving to fucking Canada. Fuck this place.
No,
But
don't move to
also,
Canada. Oh my god, no.
Canada's also racist. So
Not just racist. Sure, their programs might just be like a little bit better, but it's not that big of a
you
difference.
know what? Let me become British. At least we don't get shot up in schools, babes.
At least we don't get shot up.
Girl,
Nah, but they
that
don't even like hijabis.
that
Let's be real.
response, that response is literally crazy.
It's so
Like
crazy. Let's
an
talk about
American
how
person,
racist British people are.
American people would literally be like, "Hey, beans on toast is kind of gross," and they'll be like, "What
Well,
was the
at
fucking?
least,
At least we don't get fucking shot up in schools in it.
at least I
Fucking
don't get shot
first,
up in maths.
fucking first graders wearing military suits in it.
Yeah, you guys have easy tests, standardized testing. We actually have to work on our tests.
It's so crazy. I bet if I step foot into a British airport, there's gonna be a bomb threat. Like they're gonna smell me coming, and they're gonna be like, Is that is that seasoning? And then the entire thing. I'm not even. It's gonna catch on fire. I'm not gonna. I haven't even entered the building yet. I'm on the airplane,
Oh my
and then they're
god.
screaming like British people. I okay. I love this. I think I saw this girl on TikTok.
Hmm.
I know some British guy like just speaking, talking his shit, and then she goes, "Every single person, every single country has an Independence Day from y'all. Why are you talking?" And I said, honestly, she ate that.
She did. She
Speak.
kind of got
Okay,
him.
you know what? Let's hear your opinion on the British girl, cause like you
Uh,
love them so much,
let's see. Where do I begin? How about we talk about France first? The way that France absolutely fucking hates Muslims to the point where
girl.
like they literally banned hijabs.
Fuck France. You're
Fuck
ugly anyway.
France.
I must.
Fuck
Oh,
them.
I was gonna say I was gonna sit on the Eiffel Tower. I'm gonna shit on the Eiffel Tower. I'm gonna piss on the Eiffel Tower.
No,
Bitch,
because France is so just like,
what is that ugly ass triangle for? Oh my
and
god, it
why can't I take a
sparkles.
picture of it?
Bitch, it sparkles. You know what else sparkles? Fucking fairy lights that you can get at the dollar store. You are not special.
You know they only go off at a certain time once a night.
Yeah,
So if you miss the opportunity, you miss the opportunity. That's so dumb. Oh my god.
girl. Like you're telling me that wannabe uh, fucking what are they called?
Tinkerbell?
Girl, no, it's not even that important for me to care about. Anyway, oh, the power lines. You telling me that wannabe power line thingy majiggy is that important?
Oh my god. Not even a power line, a broken power line.
Girl, tell me about it.
Hmm.
She's just sparking. That's what the lights are.
No, that's literally it. She's just having a stroke,
Also,
guys.
girl, France is like, oh my god, like America, we love you. Have the Statue of Liberty. That bitch is ugly.
Yeah, she literally turned blue. Why are you blue?
Why? No, because you can tell that they don't like us. They literally said, "Here's this thing that's gonna oxidize in 2 seconds, but our triangle, she's gonna last forever."
Wait, wasn't
Huh?
France on our side?
Fuck France.
Fuck France. They're not on our side.
Je croissant.
¿Cómo se dice? Wait, no, that's Spanish. Sorry.
Comment se dice?
um,
Comment se dice croissant?
oui, oui. Baguette.
Je
France.
suis le
Croissant.
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 My name is the croissant. Je
Croissant.
suis le croissant. Croissant.
Oui, oui.
Okay.
Oh, we should talk
Hey,
about Dubai.
talk about Dubai.
Do you know anything about Dubai?
I love Dubai. No, I don't.
Okay, so people have like this idea, like obviously Dubai is like very like rich, pristine, this high tech country, but Dubai has so many like
Mm.
underground issues that people who actually live in Dubai want to get the fuck out of Dubai.
It's always like that. Ooh, girl, my COVID.
No, but like it's literally like if you are in public and you're doing something that's not up to their standards, like you can literally just be like dancing a little bit in public and like security will like take you down or like take you into security for like 30 minutes like explaining why you can't do that shit.
Girl, you want to talk
It's
about dancing in public?
yeah, like these like foreigners or whatever, like these British dudes, like they were like doing this challenge where they spell like all out the letters of Dubai, like with their body. So they were doing that and they immediately got like taken in by security. They're like, you need to delete all that stuff, or like you can't do any of that shit or stuff like that. I'm like, damn, what the hell are y'all so strict for?
Girl, because who the fuck? No, because you know what it's giving?
What?
Okay, it's kind of. This is going to be really stupid to people. It's giving very much. This is not going to make any sense to anyone who doesn't play Genshin because I'm a fucking loser.
Oh
But
shit.
it's giving very much the academia, how they were like, no dancing, only knowledge.
Only
You're trying to
knowledge.
shake your ass? No. Go
No,
read a
thank
book.
you. Mm.
So honestly, I wouldn't actually Hoyoverse doesn't like people of color, so I would be like
Well,
maybe
Hoya
they
first doesn't
were
like people in general.
I would be like maybe they would get inspiration by like an actual thing that's going on. But oh, that's why I wanted to talk about like racism and like how people are portrayed in media.
Oh, let's do that then.
Girl, the constant whitewashing, especially on TikTok, like I see it all the fucking time where it's like, oh, redrawing my favorite character, and then it's just the exact same outfit, the exact same character, but just whiter,
How do you feel when they do that, but they make them dark skin?
like blackwashing.
Yeah.
Love it,
Oh, like
bitch.
I'm like, is this like racially correct? Because they will only change the skin sometimes.
Yeah, I think it depends on how they do it.
It
Like
really is like a yes or
like
no for me. Like,
I think because like if it's like if they like go so far, because changing if okay, if it's a white character and they make it black or Hispanic or what have you, perfectly fine, because white people are nothing. You
mm,
know, like there's nothing really culturally there that would matter. But like if it's a character whose culture is important to like them as a character, why don't change it? I'm fine with
exactly.
them like for example, Genshin characters are very whitewashed just from their cutscenes into the game.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see like fan art of them where they make them like deliberately darker and like features that would actually match their ethnicities, I love it.
Yeah.
Like seeing Alhaitham and Tignati and Sino, like them all being darker, love it because they're
Yeah.
fucking from the desert. Why are
They're
you
from
making
the
them?
fucking desert. Why would they
Why
be
are you
white?
making them white? Like I get
Exactly.
it. I'm fucking yellow, but like still,
Yeah, we're not glow stick white.
girl. So like, I feel like as long as it's not an actual person of color, like erasing their previous ethnicity just to make them another one,
Mm-hmm.
is fine. Like I've
What if
seen
it's
one
like,
of like it's Ito, and like obviously he's based off of like Japanese, and they'll make him Hispanic, or like
that's
a little bit like a mix, like they'll mix them, because like it's still there. Like they're not outright erasing his whole ethnicity, but
yeah.
it's like an add-on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think that's based on both sides of like because as a Middle Eastern person, I'm not gonna go speak on Asians and Hispanic people,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll let
Yeah.
them speak their piece. Yeah. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, uh, let's say like hypothetically, someone takes a character who's already like culturally like all of their stuff, but like proceeds to like change their skin like darker or something like that. Or like
Like
I remember at one time like I saw what did I see? I forgot.
the Jamaica.
But anyways, what were you gonna say?
I don't know. I'm waiting for you to answer.
Oh,
Answer your question.
that was my
Were you
question.
gonna
Like hypothetically, what if you saw like a character get portrayed darker than they actually were?
like okay, in this scenario, are you saying like their ethnicity is still there but just their skin tone is darker?
Yes.
Personally, I'm fine with it. Like as long as their culture is still like shown,
Mm-hmm.
it should be fine. Like it's fine by me. But again, that's like I could be completely wrong, and that's based on like the opinions of the culture that it's being portrayed as. But like if it's because people come in all different colors,
That's true.
equality. But like,
Mm.
but like as like if it was in my brain is not working. But like if
Like it's very late. It's not
it
that
is
late,
very
but you
late,
know.
I'm very tired. But it's okay. We're almost to an hour. But I feel like as long as the important like their culture is still shown and you can very easily tell like this person is this culture or ethnicity,
Hmm.
then like it should be fine. What do you think though?
Like literally what you said. I agree with all of it.
Girl, politically correct. Cause I don't know. I've always just like I'm guessing sort of like pessimistic, and that it's thing that I'm just like it's not my place. I don't really care.
Right. I also feel like that because how many times are you going to see a Middle Eastern person actually being correctly represented?
Yes, I'm gonna like if it's like to something that I'm actually like very against. Cough cough Dory, ugly ass bitch.
Mm.
If I see something I'm against, I'm like I don't like this. Why are you doing this? Then I'll like actually speak about it because it's from my culture and my experiences. I'll be like, this is not okay. But if I'm gonna
Yeah.
see someone, but again, if there's something that's very clearly wrong and people of the community have been like, of a community that I'm exactly a part of, will be like, I don't like this. I would also be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this.
Let's talk about Aladdin.
Girl, let's.
Cause do you know Jasmine was based off a white girl?
Of course she was.
And like one of the like creators or like the animators who were like coming up with her concept, they're like, oh, I did all this research, but nothing was really coming together. And then I saw my sister. I was like, oh, my sister is very beautiful, and she happens to have
Ew.
brunette hair. So she like the he
Oh my
based off
god.
a lot or
Brunette,
Jasmine
white people
off
when
of
only
her
white
sis. Yeah.
people, white people when Middle Eastern people have brown hair. And like my sister has white hair, so like they're like twins. Bitch,
Also, all
I'm
the
telling you
fucking
right.
Aladdin, like which part of the Middle East or just Asia in general are you trying to get at?
Who know? Girl, people don't know that uh, what is it? Where were they from?
Arabia?
Yeah, they were like they don't know that's not a real place.
Arabian Night? Like that song was banging. I
Night,
ain't gonna lie. But
Arabian
where were
moon.
they
Girl, we're gonna get
living?
copyrighted.
Like
Girl, in the desert. The Middle East
no,
is
like
only a desert. You
Agrabah.
don't.
That's where they were living.
There it is. The Middle East is not a city. There's no cities there. No houses. It's just desert.
It's just sand. It's not
Yeah.
even sand.
I don't even have a mom. I just popped out the sand.
No, literally.
I've never seen water before.
We came out of a cactus.
Yeah.
Camels
But
actually took us out, you know?
you know the humps of a camel? That's where Middle
Hmm.
Eastern comes from.
Yep, they're pregnant.
Just reverse.
Yep.
But like, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Aladdin.
Hmm.
The there's just so much. There's so
It's
much.
so misguiding.
Yes. The fact of like also the way it's always deemed as like ugh, so dirty and all these like thieves and this kind of irks me the
Streetwalk.
wrong way. Irks me the wrong way.
He's like, oh, look at the villain with his big ass nose. Like, what the
Girl, oh
man?
my god, yes. The way like Middle Eastern people and Jewish people with always being victimized with big ass noses.
Yeah, damn
Like,
shit. I'm
yes,
sorry.
we have them. You know
And
what?
then
It's not
you
my
look at
fault.
fucking Jasmine and she has like a fucking button nose. I'm like, what?
Girl. And the thing is, because, like, evolution, like, I know you guys are fucking stupid, so you don't know what evolution is,
Mm-hmm.
but, like, people in the Middle East evolved, like, bigger noses so they can filter out sand and shit better.
Yeah.
And also, oh, girl, just hit my microphone.
Oh,
If one more bitch comes at me and says my fucking nose looks like a rhino horn, I will stick my nose in your eye.
yep.
The thing is, like, especially like Middle Eastern people are oftentimes so self-conscious with their nose.
Yeah. A
The
lot
way
of
I've
Middle
heard countless
Easterns
people
get
being like,
nose surgery.
I'm gonna get a nose job. I'm gonna get a nose job. My nose is so ugly. It's so big. I'm like, no, the fuck, it's not. Like,
Yeah,
it's
no.
your
I bet
nose.
like every Middle Eastern girl, well, not every, but most, at one point in their life said they were gonna get a nose job.
Yeah,
Me included.
girl, me right now, girl, let's go. No, but like, I feel like because our noses are like, I don't
They're
know,
not culturally accepted in America.
they're
In
literally
fact, not
not.
no nowhere. They're not culturally accepted.
Girl, no, because you want to talk about not being culturally accepted. We need to talk about China and the
Yeah.
crazy shit that their women do to like fit a Western beauty standard.
Holy shit. Oh my god, it's actually extreme over there.
Even like their faces, they're like it's crazy to think that they're like, I want to look like someone from the U.S. And then you have these people from the U.S. being like, oh my god, Asian people are so pretty. Like I love BTS. Like they're so pretty.
Mm. I
That's a whole
remember.
nother thing. Um,
Oh yeah, Korea like K
is
those fucking
like
the Lulus from the obsessed with Korea, the whole different thing.
how like it's fetishized. Like
It's fetishized, they're emphasized, and the men in Korea are already like
yeah, I saw this.
anti-feminist enough. Let's
I remember how it was like everyone wants an Asian wife because in their eyes they're small, they're petite, and they're
they're
obedient.
submissive.
Bitch,
Hmm.
yeah, you're fucking weird.
Yeah. And
Like,
like Japan, I found this out recently. Like you know how like bento boxes, like kids will take their bentos to like school and stuff like that, made by their
Mm-hmm.
mom. Apparently, you know how like they're really cute and shit like that.
The bento boxes?
So yeah, the bento boxes, like when you open them up, oh, they're all like nice and pretty and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, um, other students will judge the mother base. Okay, so bento boxes are basically shown how much the mother cares for the student or her son or whatever, or her daughter. The cuter it is, it means the more love she cares about, their like child. And other students will see that as well. They'll be like, "Oh, your mom doesn't love you as much,"
Girl.
or "Oh, your mom must love
My
you a lot
mom gave
if
me
she
a
made it this
full
cute."
strawberry.
And they have to do
Bro.
that for like 18 fucking years.
That's crazy. The way my child
So
was.
it's the way that
Listen, I
mothers
already
are.
don't like kids. I don't like kids,
Oh,
but
sorry. It's the way
if
that
my
like
child
mothers are
walks up to
already
me and
judged.
is
Like
like,
they cannot like
"This kid
never
has stole
step a
some of my
single
bento
step in
boxes
that
ugly,"
school, that they will be judged
I would kick a
severely.
child.
Mm,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
No, I'm not. Fuck them kids.
Mm.
Um, yeah. Um, beauty standards. I think the way no, because even people in our own like communities will tear us down.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
that's another thing about like racist racism is that like it often always can project inwards too. Like
Oh, and I know in Kurdistan, what's it called? We have gotten this beauty standard where like you can be ugly as shit, but if you're pale skinned, oh my god, go get married.
yeah,
Like
that's
my skin, like
fucking
our skin
nasty,
right now, even though we're like on the paler side, the fact that we are just like even a little bit yellow, we're ugly.
girl. It's literally it's crazy. Like girl, it's been an hour already. That's literally bonkers. The fact that like people like it will project into literally anything. Like
Mm-hmm.
oh, like oftentimes inwards and outwards. That's like oh, I don't like my nose. Like my nose is so big and like it's so big and this. But like you see that person over there, like that person's hair is like their hairline is uneven or whatever the fuck. Like I this is what I don't understand is how is like we as people who face discrimination and like are oftentimes just like fighting in our own communities and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're already so divided, and you want to go divide that more by picking on someone just because like their nose is shaped different, or their eyes are different, or like what have you,
Yeah. Oh my god, and
girl.
colorism too. Like shit.
Literally, like this is to all the girlies out there. You're a bad bitch. Oh, girl, it's literally Women's History Month too. Don't listen
Oh
to
shit.
nobody. You're a bad bitch. You need to remember that. And the way you
Oh,
look
also
is
it's
the way
Jewish
you look.
Heritage Month too. I didn't know
It
that.
is Jewish Heritage Month. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just like your body, your body is literally just a body. Don't let it define you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But it's like
Like,
really hard to do that as well with all these cultural standards and norms and shit that
yeah.
like the moment you step outside of the norm, people are immediately gonna recognize or notice that you are different. But
Yeah,
that is
but
something you have to learn.
at the same time, who the fuck wants to be normal? You're telling me you want to look like every single other bitch?
It's actually scary. Holy shit, have you seen sororities?
Girl, that one video where they open the door. Hey,
Hey,
I just about ascended. I literally,
we are so glad you decided to join us.
yeah, imagine your entire life
Nightmare.
being like that. Like, I'm not saying that you don't have to, like, I'm, if you want plastic surgery, if you feel like that'll make you more comfortable in your skin, sure, it's your body, do whatever the fuck you want. But, like, I think we all need to just, like, fucking learn to embrace that, like, this is just me. Like, this is the hand that I was dealt with.
I
This is
also
coming
feel
from
like,
someone who is literally has multiple bald spots
mm,
and a big ass nose. So
alopecia.
if I'm telling you that you're a bad bitch no matter what, you should fucking listen to yourself.
Yeah, I also feel like people shouldn't put down other people for like, okay, like
Yeah.
say so and so got like plastic surgery, good for you, but don't be telling other people that they should be getting plastic surgery as well.
girl, or like people who put down people who get plastic surgery or something. A friend of my sister's, like, I guess she got like some fat sucked out of her or something. I don't know what she had done.
Liposuction?
I don't know, probably. And they're like, there's no way she lost all that weight during dieting. And then the next day, a couple of days, she goes, "Oh, so I figured out that she did get a surgery or something." And I was like, "Okay, good for her. She looks good. Like, she's your friend. Why are you talking behind your back?"
Shouldn't you be proud of her?
Yeah, like, why does it matter how she lost it? She's comfortable in her skin. She's happy, isn't that? We, as humans, like, we are literally social beings and animals. See, this is what
Hmm.
happens. Now we're getting all sentimental. But, like, as people who, like, crave and, like, need community, why are we pushing people apart?
It also has to do with like jealousy and shit. Because we know,
Yeah,
like, I guess, like, on a like mental aspect or whatever it is, we know that they have been more culturally accepted, and we want to also be more culturally accepted.
yeah. That's a valid point. But I feel like, I don't know really what to do for culturally, but like if you see someone, you're like, oh, like she has this thing that I want, whether it be like figure or like facial structure or what have you. Turn whatever, like, instead of making it be fucking hatred, be like, look, she looks good, good for her.
Exactly.
I don't know if this is just because like I'm apparently fucking Gandhi or not Gandhi, fucking just I just don't care.
Hmm.
Like I'm I've been through it. Let me tell you,
You've been
and
through it.
I've been through it mentally, physically, everything. So I guess I'm just at that point now where I've always been like, okay, like good for you. Like genuinely, like not passive aggressive. You ate that. And I
Hmm.
love that for you.
Yeah.
And I mean like it's gonna take because like habits are hard to break. So instead of like just being like instead of like hating, don't be a hater. Don't be ugly. Just be like, you ate. Just literally say that. Just you ate.
Literally, being positive costs like nothing. And
Yeah,
even
it
if you're not
literally
gonna like
makes
choose to be positive, then just don't fucking say anything.
girl literally shut up. Like it's not that hard.
Same thing for racism. Just don't fucking say anything.
No, because literally, you could be racist. Keep your negativity to yourself. I don't want to hear it.
Literally, who asked?
Literally, you're telling me that I need to worry about an opinion of somebody with an unwashed ass? No. Girl, take a messy.
No one
Because
asked.
no one asked. Yeah. Okay, we should probably end this so we don't
Oh,
pass out from
probably.
exhaustion. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much to Tavi for being here as my
Of course, of
co-host.
course.
Okay. We'll see you guys all next time. For we don't have the next episode planned out yet, but it should be coming soon. Thank you so much for listening. Okay, Tavi, any final words before we leave?
Fuck the British, America.
Okay.
Oh my god, you know what you should do? Every time we say America, just add an eagle in the background. Please.
I really should. Okay.
Formal request.
Okay. Let me do it. I'm gonna need to shift through an hour and 8 minutes of video. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.